Poppy the Performer is a Japanese CGI animation show made from 2000 to 2001. It was a really big hit in its time, with 3 seasons out and a total of 39 episodes. It's also one of my favorite things right now, and I can't stop talking about it, so why not just make a video about it, right? The show was mainly created to fill a 5-minute slot on a popular kids channel called Kids Station, which got a bit controversial because of its content, but we'll get to that later. It was directed by Ryuji Masuda with the characters designed by his wife Wakako Masuda, who later on made a manga with the main characters in it. It was kind of their first mainstream project, which is kinda crazy couple goals considering how popular it got. Speaking of the main characters, there's 3, starting with the star of the show, Poppy himself. A very arrogant, selfish, lonely and depressed 17-year-old with a lot of anger issues, which kinda gives him powers to turn into a demon on rare occasions. He runs his father's circus in his absence, quote-unquote absence, and tries to be the best performer in the world. He absolutely loves knives, explosives, cloning, dancing, you name it. Then we have Kedamono, a wolf who disguises himself as a human. He's very kind, talented, and smart, but also super scared of Poppy. He absolutely loves chicken. It literally makes him not have a single thought in his head. His sound effect is the Kuika drum, which is funny. I love that sound effect so much. At last we have Papi, Poppy's dad. He gets introduced in season 2. He's a wandering performer and a very weird one at that. Some reviews call him flamboyant, and I guess you could say that. Poppy lashes out on Kedamono on a lot of episodes, but despite this, they're still friends, and Kedamono always forgives him. We can kinda understand Poppy's actions and violence from how he interacts with his dad. They always try to kill each other. Not like Poppy hates him or anything, but I personally think Poppy hates his guts. That's just me though. There's some minor characters like the alien, the elephant car, the god statue that looks like that one scene in SMT4, and the frog who plays a funny role in the last episode. The manga lets us know that Poppy has a canon sister, but she's non-existent in the show, probably for budget reasons. Since the show was really low on budget at first, with only 3 staff members being Ryuji, Wakako, and a video game animator, which explains weird things about it, for example the lack of voice actors and only using sound effects, the circus being located in the desert, some animations and assets being reused, etc. Apparently each episode took 10 days to animate, which is insane. They were basically atoning for the lack of voice actors with crazy facial animation. As a 3D animator myself, I always get amazed by how they capture some of Poppy's emotions facially only. The show doesn't have an ongoing story. I mean, Poppy sometimes tries deadly tricks on Kedamono and gets karma for it. Or Poppy gets really weird a lot of times. Basically what I'm saying is that you can watch any episodes at any time. I mentioned that Poppy gets violent a lot of times, which results in death scenes with a lot of blood, you know, it's kinda gory. Which is really weird for a kids show, right? How come they let that in? Well, the answer is really simple. Ryuji Masuda did not know it was supposed to be broadcasted for a kids channel, But then why was it even more violent later on? I mean, they literally have a banned episode in season 2. He explained in an interview that perhaps the more repressed the children are, the more liberated they feel, as if Poppy's explosive emotions are speaking to them. Basically, he's trying to say that the show gave a chance for children to feel scared and anger, hatred, disappointment, which is, I guess I could see that. But anyway, the show gained a large following. Kids or adults both thought it was something new and trendy for the new millennial. And they were right. When you see things like Happy Tree Friends, Poppy doesn't seem violent at all. That's the exact impression I had. It's known as a trauma anime that always gets fondly talked about. I would say that if you can't take looking at blood, don't watch it, but if you have the chance to, it's a pretty good experience. The creator even refused the sequel to preserve its authenticity, and I'm happy he took that decision. The more you watch episodes, the more you can understand the characters. It's my favorite thing about this show. Hope this made some of you try it out. Enjoy these reviews I found from some parents.